Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Baker going to throw this right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Ritter. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. He may go. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Chase McLaughlin, and kick off for the Buccaneers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. Anthony Walker up behind the line and finishing that play off.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Carr. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A nice little juke. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
A Carr, he wants to change up the look here. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Now a play fake. Carr. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's taken down inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cade Otton, 28 yards. And the Bucs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
To throw, it's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it. fall incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. Now, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Ritter back to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Ritter after that pick 6. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ritter from the gun. There's Chris Olave. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Ritter. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw, Ritter. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Baker going to give it to Irving. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Watch one.
To throw, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake.
Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise.
And the Bucs are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Ritter to throw it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Bucs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Neal. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
14-yard line.
On play action, here's Ritter.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Throwing, Mayfield.
And that's too tall for his receiver. It's incomplete.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The decision for Todd Bowles, and he says let's go for it on 4th down.
Run.
Mayfield to throw it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown.
Chris Godwin
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it is 42-0.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playman. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
In motion right, Olave. From the gun now on third down, Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And to the right side here, it's Allen. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Ritter. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Airing this one out for Evans. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Hey, on 133,
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand